Poll update, yeah. So we're gonna be looking at poll results 2, and then where we kind of came from for poll results 1. And this is for the next structure deck voting. If you have not got involved in voting for the next structure deck, I recommend that you do so through the Japanese database and cast your vote for the next 2 structure decks. We'll be getting one this year and one next year. All right. So, the post was definitely not made by an Ice Barrier Dragon. So, this is absolutely mind-boggling to me. I don't know if this is a meme or not, but the entire OCG has gone, we want Ice Barriers. We deserve this. We don't know what this theme... There's been a long occurring theme here that the Ice Barrier Dragon Synchros are Ice Barriers. Then every other Ice Barrier card does not know what Ice Barriers want to do. And we are pushing for Ice Barrier support. This is absolutely astonishing to me that the community wants this. You guys remember Sacred Beast, right? Nobody thought that they were going to get support. And then all of a sudden, bada bing, bada boom, structure deck rolls on around here and everybody's like, what? What happened? So it does look like, in fact, we are going to be seeing those Ice Barrier Dragons. Hopefully, some actual good support here coming on through. Now, Cyberstyle's in second place. I still question what Cyberstyle is. I actually Googled this, and Dualonks comes up, and it's like Cyber Reflector, Cyber Barrier Dragon stuff. I'm not exactly sure about that. It's kind of interesting to me, but nonetheless, I'm pretty sure that this used to be the former first place here, and Ice Barriers have long since shifted gears. Everything else beyond this is kind of straightforward. All right, so Gusto, unfortunately, I do want to say this. Okay, so it doesn't surprise me that Gustos are third place. But you can definitely tell by looking at this that, 1, memes kind of take precedence, and 2, people do love Cyber Dragon-esque cards, alright? It's almost like former era-esque cards really have a place in people's heart, especially with voting like this. And you can definitely see that people... I guess they want more Ice Barriers? Is it the fact that we could finally have Tier 1 Ice Barriers in the year 2021 a viable thing? I kind of doubt it, but it is a thing. But Gusto's getting more support definitely also feels kind of nice for the community, and I'm very curious to see how they're going to pull that off. Now, also, I'm surprised the Trickstars are so low. So, don't get me wrong, I get Ice Barriers for the meme, I get Cyber Dragons because of GX, and then I get Gusto because... it's a former fan favorite, and it's got the nostalgia pull here, but Trickstars needed more support. Modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Fans literally ate Blue Angel up and absolutely loved what she brought to the game, loved that she had Trickstars, and just loved the fact that they hated the fact she had 3 transformations in the whole show, but that's fine. Nobody really cares about that, but nostalgia factor aside, it's clear that... the modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Player likes his old stuff. Alright, I said nostalgia factor aside, but that's, yeah. Alright, Morphtronics. This actually surprises me. I figured Morphtronics would be a little bit higher, but I guess, look at your competition, alright? So it makes sense for Morphtronics to be at 5th place. Poor Karibo. Poor Karibo's a meme at this stage, alright? Poor little Furballs in 6th place. Kaiju, this doesn't surprise me that this is super low on the list. I actually kind of wish that we would have... gotten more Kaiju support. I honestly want all of these to win because I want more support for every dash dang one of these archetypes, but it does not look like that's going to be the case. Star Seraph down here at 8th. I mean, what's your archetype do besides Stick Chair? Same thing with Ice Barrier. Besides the dragons and, Medallion, what does your deck do? This one is particularly interesting to me. So... we had tour guide support up on the block here. Now, many of you might not know that it's been kind of assumed that tour guide is definitely one of the more mascot-esque cards. And we had the chance to get more art with Tour Guide. The OCG side of the game has chosen to not do this. I'm actually I'm literally flabbergasted by this. I figured she would have been running it up on like third, fourth place, competing with, Gusto for second place. But no, man, the community has opted not for this, which is very interesting. And then, of course, 10th place down here is Super Heavy Samurai. Poor Super Heavy. They were one of the ones I was rooting for this because they need more. But you can see here, like, this has been some major tension. Cross poll results here. All right, so this has kind of been the same right out of the gate. You see, Cyberstyle and Ice Barrier have been the two that have been revolving back and forth with each other between first and second place. All right. I see here that Gusto still holding that second place. Trickstar still holding fourth place. And then Karibo and Morphtronics have been fighting it out for fifth and sixth place. With Morphtronics actually passing over Karibo here. As you see, this is particularly interesting. That the fan base definitely wants Karibo support over Morphtronic from the earlier stage 1 poll here. Interesting. And then unfortunately, Kaiju Tour Guide and Super Heavy have pretty much gotten no votes. As you see, they're pretty much locked in at the stages that they are here between the first and second polls here. So I think it's going to be clear which of the structure decks is going to be the winner here on these. And I do got to give it to Ice Barrier. Memes and nostalgia factor aside, and the player base loving Duloran, Gungnir, and Trishula, their DT story was kind of short-lived. The Generals really just didn't do anything. And the fact that they gave them a Rhoda later on in their life, and, the deck just never really got much more than that, really, I guess it left a lot to be desired within the community's mouth. So, congratulations, Ice Barrier. I'm probably going to be making this preemptive here, but it does look like, as of making this video, would not be surprised to see Ice Barrier taking down that win over Cyberstyle, being the next Yu-Gi-Oh! Structure deck. And then, like I said, in 2021, you can expect some fantastic support. Now, on the back end of this, just because these 8 do not win the Structure Deck poll, it is not going to be clear to Konami that we will not get support for these, as we've seen in the past with these. I think the whole defining point of these styles of votes is to show that we could design more for you, or we can just make a few cards for you and kind of value things. The problem with this style of poll, though, is it's very clear in your nostalgia factor here who wants what, all right? So I would not be surprised to see Gustos coming out in a main set. Also, a side note for this structure deck, I don't know if you guys have realized this or not, but you're deciding which of these is going to cost you $10 to buy at the store versus costing you $60, $70, $80 in a set. I don't think anybody's kind of caught on to that, but you're basically voting for that price premium to be affordable versus not affordable for structure decks. So I do think that that's one big thing to understand about this. But teehee, Ice Barriers are coming! Oh, I'm so excited. Also, side note, something I haven't talked about yet. Did you guys know that Diane Keto, the gold digging master, is back in Speed Duels, actually? The name is obviously a reference to the very old Diane Keto, the Cure Master, replacing Cure with Gakutama. To explain what Gakutama is, there's an expression called Tamo no Koshi ni Naru. That literally means hoping into a palanquin covered in jewels, meaning getting married to a rich or powerful man. Oh, yup. Oh, she's mean. But anyway, she's coming. She can just pitch her to gain 1,000 life. It's her on monster form. And then we're getting a new bobbly elf. Man, she's come a long way here. What do you mean the 1980s ended? Her soft and smooth appearance from the good old days. She loves to party deep down, and she's a bit too bookish to really boogie. She's besties with her old pal, one length of the moon, constantly paging each other. I love this art. This is absolutely amazing. I'm kind of glad that they're bringing back a little bit more lore for these styles of things. So guys, what do you think about the structure deck poll? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and we'll guys them out. Peace.
Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCole40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCole40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcolegames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.